Many of us have used a Vicks product at some point, whether it was the classic Vicks Vapor Rub or the Vicks inhaler we reach out for when experiencing nasal congestion. This familiarity is what has made Vicks a trusted household name for generations. Good day. We are Group 5 from PS118 PSA, and we will be talking about Procter & Gamble and Vicks Inhaler, a product designed to provide soothing relief anytime and anywhere. Procter & Gamble, or P&G, was founded in 1837 by William Procter, a soap maker, and James Gamble, a candle maker. From humble beginnings, P&G has grown into the world's largest consumer goods company, home to iconic and trusted brands. The Vicks brand began in 1984 with Lunsford Richardson, an American pharmacist. He created remedies under the name Vicks Family Remedies, with Vapor Rub becoming the most popular. By 1985, the brand was acquired by Procter & Gamble, where it continues to grow today. Vicks inhalers are manufactured by Maxon Healthcare Private Limited, located in India. Here in the Philippines, P&G and Cabuyao Laguna serves as the importer and distributor. For the business model canvas, seen in the slide are the key partners of Vicks. Its key activities focus on four main areas: production, problem solving, distribution management, and platform or network management. For the key resources, we divided it into four categories: physical, intellectual, human, and financial. Its value proposition centers on affordability and accessibility, performance and reliability, brand reputation, and portability, as well as health support. Customers include general consumers, students and professionals, urban commuters, parents, seasonal users, and retail and distribution partners. The cost structure covers the following areas: raw materials, manufacturing and labor costs, marketing and sales costs, logistics and distribution, research and development, human resource, administrative, and regulatory compliance and quality testing. Vicks builds and maintains strong customer relationships in several ways, including customer service channels, in order to address inquiries, feedback, and concerns, making sure customers feel supported. Vicks reaches consumers through three main channels: retail, online shops, and direct engagement. Revenue streams come from direct product sales, e-commerce and online pharmacies, seasonal sales peaks, and international distribution. In 1894, Vicks began as Vicks Family Remedies, with Vicks Vapor Rub as one of their products, which started with the founder's love and concern for his sick son. By 1941, the Vicks inhaler was introduced, offering quick and portable relief from nasal congestion. And today, the inhaler remains a trusted product with a different packaging. This slide shows the basic information about the product, including directions for use, ingredients, and mechanism of action. Vicks provides soothing, non-medicated vapors on the go for quick relief of nasal congestion due to colds, flu, or allergies. Second, it delivers a soothing scent you can trust, made with Vicks' proprietary blend of menthol and camphor. Third, it is easy to use, just inhale through each nostril as often as needed. Fourth, it is easy to carry and convenient, with its pocket-sized, discreet design. It even comes with a keychain option, making it easier to bring along wherever you go. And finally, it can be used day or night, making it a reliable addition to your daily routine whenever you need it. In order to propose a feasible and effective marketing strategy, it is important to understand the current market landscape. P&G is one of the industry leaders for OTC cold and flu remedies. Because of its established reputation and broad accessibility, Vicks continues to dominate the market despite competition from alternative decongestants, nasal sprays, and vapor products. This slide shows the import data analysis of Vicks, showing an episodic procurement or shipment batching with possibility of supply-side disruptions, and not a smooth, repeatable seasonal demand curve. The export data analysis showed a more gradual, yet still marked by episodic surges rather than a stable, predictable pattern. The Vicks inhaler has a relatively broad target market, from adults and children with nasal congestion seeking for quick relief to professionals, commuters, and students. Practically anyone who prefers non-oral, non-drug options to feel refreshed or relieved from stuffiness. Due to the convenience of its design, we can see a lot of direct competitors in the local market. These nasal decongestants directly have the same form and function as the Vicks inhaler. They also contain refreshing vapors and essential oils like camphor and menthol. These indirect competitors also provide relief from nasal congestion, but not in the same form as the Vicks inhaler.
Starting with the strengths, Vicks is already in the leading market position, as Vicks is an already established and reputable brand known for its effective cold and flu products. Next, perceived differentiation. Due to the value of its brand, consumers perceive Vicks uniquely among other competitors, and it has functional key features such as portable design, soothing menthol formula, and it is easy to use. For the weaknesses, since there is only a perceived differentiation, the product itself is not that unique from other brands. So if the customers recognize this, they could use or they could choose the cheaper generic brands, making them price sensitive. Next, its convenience and portability make it a risk hazard for potential misuse and overuse, especially by the children. Lastly, Northeast Asians may prefer shifting to more traditional and herbal remedies versus the Vicks inhaler. For the opportunities in this day and age, the market is always developing. So, the growing e commerce platforms can be maximized to reach a wider target audience. And with the changing demographics, like increasing aging population, there is a potential to further expand the customer reach. Lastly, for the threats, there is an increasing direct and indirect competitors, seasonal dependence, rising material costs, which may further increase its already high price, and stricter OTC regulations, wherein several countries have, especially in Asia, now have stricter OTC regulations. For the political factors, Vicks inhaler is still within the regulated OTC medicine industry, so import and export regulations such as trade and tax policies still impact pricing and the availability of the products across global markets. And healthcare policies limit product claims. For the economical factors, this includes consumer purchasing power, whether customers are price sensitive or not, whether the consumers will choose quality over price. Also, seasonal dependence, where higher sales is expected during flu or allergy seasons, while lower revenues in off peak seasons. Social factors include rising health consciousness, strong brand product, and on the go lifestyles, all of which boosts demand for vapor inhaler. For technological, the continuous product innovation and getting into e-commerce would also boost the product, while anti-counterfeit technologies would protect brand reputation from fake or low quality inhalers. For legal, just like other pharmaceutical products, Vicks inhaler should also comply with pharmaceutical laws. Due to potential misuse and overuse, there are liability risks where the company may face legal complaints. Lastly, for environmental, people nowadays are more supportive in eco-friendly products, so investing in sustainable packaging and materials would positively impact the product. As a brand, we aim to provide safe, soothing, and convenient nasal relief that empowers Filipinos to breathe freely, live comfortably, and feel the touch of love anytime and anywhere. First, for our goals, we want to maintain and strengthen the Vicks inhaler's dominance in the local and Southeast Asian market. Second, we aim to modernize brand perception by building stronger appeal among Gen Zs and millennials. Third, to keep up with the continuously growing market, we aim to expand and create new product variants tailored to other respiratory conditions, allowing us to serve a wider range of consumers. Fourth is to drive stronger online presence, e-commerce conversion, and retail availability. And lastly, to fulfill the company's environmental sustainability goals, we aim to use materials that reduce environmental impact that also strengthens anti-counterfeit protection. In order to achieve these goals, we have set six specific and measurable objectives. First, to increase net sales by 10% and grow category market share by plus 5 percentage points within 2 to 5 years. For the second objective, to increase unaided brand recall and improve brand modernity perception score within 1 to 2 years. Third, to boost social engagement rate and increase e-commerce conversion rate on major platforms within 1 to 2 years. Fourth, to launch at least one new variant and achieve greater than 8% SKU contribution within 12 months of launch, and we aim to achieve this within 2 to 5 years depending on FDA approval of the new variant. And lastly, We aim to move 50% of inhaler packaging to recyclable or lower carbon materials on all primary packs. And similarly, we aim to achieve this in 2 to 5 years depending on the FDA approval of the new packaging. To measure these objectives, these data will be generated and monitored to track progress and outcomes.
This value proposition canvas helps us connect the product to the needs of the customers. The value map shows what the product offers through its features, gain creators, and pain relievers. The customer profile shows what the customers want, gains they seek, and pains they experience. For the customer profile, the customers want something portable, soothing, and easy to use. And their main problems are bulky treatments, side effects, and inconsistent relief. So, what they really need is quick, safe, reliable relief that fits into their daily routine. Value map, we can see how the Vicks inhaler responds to what the customer needs, which is a non-medicated nasal stick, which has a menthol and camphor blend that's pocket-sized and can be inhaled as needed. So, as gain creators, it provides convenience, trust, familiarity, and the feeling of home. And as pain relievers, it solves the key issues by being portable, soothing, simple, and fitting into daily routines. Our value proposition statement is easy, familiar relief you can rely on. For our brand positioning statement, Vicks Vapo Inhaler helps individuals find quick relief from nasal congestion and breathe more comfortably by offering a familiar, easy to use inhaler that they can trust and use wherever they are. Vicks operates in a business to consumer or B2C market because it sells directly to individual customers rather than to other businesses. Vicks Inhaler targets everyday consumers who need quick relief from colds, allergies, and sinus congestion. It focuses on consumer oriented branding, creating an emotional connection by emphasizing a sense of home and family, helping it stand out from its competitors. Purchasing decisions for Vicks Inhaler are driven by affordability, convenience, and the immediate sense of relief it provides, therefore reflecting the short B2C purchase cycle. So Vicks uses emotional and promotional marketing to connect with consumers. Its distinct scent evokes a feeling of home, strengthening emotional attachment and brand loyalty. So through TV commercials, online ads, and retail displays, Vicks highlights not only fast relief but also comfort and familiarity. So on the next slide, we will show a sample advertisement of Vicks.
Kakanta ako, isisigaw ko. May lakas ang boses ko.
Problema sa baradong ilong? Mag-Vicks Inhaler for fast relief mula sa baradong ilong kahit kailan, kahit saan.
May lakas ang boses ko.
Vicks Inhaler.
Customer relationships are transactional and focused on satisfaction and brand trust. As seen in the slide, their customer feedback form is readily available on their website to capture consumer opinions and maintain stronger customer relationships.
Since anyone who seeks quick nasal relief or refresher can be a customer, dividing the market based on psychological factors such as their interests provides deeper insight into consumer decision-making. We segmented the market into 4 categories based on the target customers of Vicks Inhaler. We added another target, which is the herbal remedy users who prefer traditional remedies for quick nasal relief. Next, this slide shows the customer persona of the Vicks Inhaler: Sasha the student, Carla the commuter, and Monica the mother. First, Sasha is an undergraduate intern in the Philippines balancing rigorous academics with professional duties. Dedicated to hard work, she prioritizes graduating with honors despite significant scheduling and environmental challenges. Sasha faces respiratory challenges from pollution during her commute. Utilizing social media for information, she strives to balance academic success with a healthy lifestyle. Next is Carla the commuter. Carla, an office worker in the Philippines, suffers from pollution-induced nasal congestion. She prioritizes financial freedom and professional growth while completing her undergraduate education. Carla is also a digitally savvy commuter favoring brands like Samsung and Shopee. She prioritizes professional success while managing health issues triggered by pollution. The last persona is Monica. Monica is a dedicated Filipino mother who prioritizes family well-being. She manages the fulfilling yet demanding role of motherhood, especially when caring for sick and restless children. Monica manages seasonal family health issues caused by weather changes. She prioritizes efficient budgeting and household well-being through trusted brands like Unilab. As we can see, Filipino consumers, including students, office workers, and mothers, struggle with nasal congestion triggered by pollution and seasonal weather changes. Their journey progresses from social media awareness to active price comparison and eventually securing relief through portable pharmacy solutions to sustain their demanding academic, professional, and household routines. The customer journey addresses key pain points across awareness, appeal, inquiry, action, and advocacy. By improving product visibility, clarity, and scientific credibility, consumers are guided towards informed decisions, consistent access, and positive experiences that foster long-term loyalty and advocacy.
So Vicks Inhaler is a pocket-sized mentholated inhaler that provides soothing vapors for nasal congestion and stuffiness. So it's a non-medicated formulation, which makes it safe for frequent, family-friendly use. So the product's compact design and keychain feature suits on-the-go consumers like commuters and students, while the trusted Vicks brand gives it an edge over unregulated competitors. So Vicks Inhaler retails at 109.50 pesos per unit, with common discounts on twin packs or bundles. So the price is affordable and positioned for impulse purchases, while bundling options encourage higher basket value. Psychological pricing strategies like 3 for 299 can further drive sales. So the product is widely available across drugstores, supermarkets, convenience stores, malls, online marketplaces, and pharmacy counters. So this omni-channel presence supports impulse buying and repeat purchases, though some channel fragmentation can affect shelf prominence. So Vicks Inhaler uses emotional, digital, and TV ads to connect with families while reaching younger users through online channels. So promotions can be further aligned with seasons and channels for maximum impact. So the target market includes adults and children 12 and above, including students, office workers, and daily congestion sufferers. So messaging highlights family trust, safety, portability, and convenience depending on the audience. So purchasing Vicks Inhaler is straightforward, usage is simple, and customer support handles defective product returns. So these seamless experiences reinforce customer trust and brand reliability. So the product's blue and white packaging and strategic shelf placement support impulse purchases. So its recognizable look conveys trust, familiarity, and Vicks brand heritage. So for the blue ocean strategy, starting with the product positioning map, Vicks Inhaler is placed on the quadrant representing the high portability and strong safety profile, making it ideal for on-the-go users and family-friendly use. So as we can see, its direct competitor, Katinko, occupies a similar position, highlighting that both brands compete closely on convenience and reliability. So for this slide, we explained how we determine the safety profile for the product positioning map. So we have high safety profile where products with FDA approved, regulatory complaint, and have no existing FDA warnings or safety advisories. While for the low safety profile, products with no FDA approval, incomplete documentation, or existing FDA warnings or advisories. For this slide, we explain how we determine the portability for the product positioning map. So we have first, more portable, wherein the products with less overall area, easier to carry and transport, and less portable, wherein the products that have greater area and may leak upon transport. So for our graph, we can see that Vicks generally performs at least average to above average across most attributes. But some competitors beat it on specific points like price or style and fun, like Katinko or Pastel, and perhaps application methods or accessibility in certain formats. So this slide focuses on price, style or fun, technological innovation, safety, and scent options. Katinko and Pastel generally score higher on price and style or fun, suggesting they are cheaper and perceived as more playful, while Vicks scores solidly on safety and scent options, showing a more reliable relief image, while Tiger Balm lags on price and style but may still compete on efficacy. For this slide, the comparison is again on price, style or fun, technological innovation, safety, and scent options. White flower and mucinase sometimes match or slightly exceed Vicks on price or innovation, indicating strong competition in functional performance. While Vicks stays competitive but not always on the tops or the top scorer, highlighting a need to communicate its benefits clearly to avoid losing share on perceived value. This slide shifts to brand trust, application method, and accessibility. So as we can see, Vicks scores very high on brand trust, reflecting its long history and strong replication. Application method and accessibility are good but often comparable to competitors, so ease of use and availability are industry standards rather than unique advantages. Again, the focus is brand trust, application method, and accessibility. So Vicks, White Flower, and Mucinase all show strong brand trust, meaning consumers see them as credible choices. So differences in application method and accessibility are modest, suggesting that the format variety and distribution are important but not clearly dominated by any single brand. So this slide explains what numbers 1 to 5 mean in all the previous charts. A score of 1 is poor and fails to meet any consumer needs. 2 is needs improvement. 3 is average. 4 is above average. And 5 is excellent or best. So this helps the audience interpret each brand's score as either underperforming, meeting expectations, or clearly leading on a particular attribute.
So this slide shows our ERRC grid. For elimination, we decided to focus on a single identifiable scent, slim and convenient packaging, and a clean blue-white design. We also raise value by improving market inclusivity, strengthening formula longevity, and increasing online accessibility. We also reduce outdated styling as well as the high price gap. And we create dual or multi-purpose formulas, more scent variety, and trendy, modern packaging to better appeal to today's consumers. The objective for the product is to keep Vicks as the go-to convenient nasal relief. The strategy is to maintain the trusted formulation while improving packaging clarity and consistency to reassure users. Success will be seen in higher repeat purchase rates, better satisfaction scores, and fewer product complaints. For the price, the objective is to position Vicks as a major cost-effective competitor in the nasal decongestant category, with the strategy being holding the price slightly lower and gaining efficiencies in manufacturing and supply chain. So this will be tracked to reduce unit cost, improve price perception, and higher sales. Next, for the place, the objective is to have wide accessibility in both urban and rural areas. The strategy is to strengthen the distributor and retailer partnerships to secure presence in pharmacies, groceries, and convenience stores. So measures here would include outlet coverage, on-shelf availability, and regional sales growth. For promotion, the objective is to be the most recommended nasal relief brand. The strategy here is to run consumer campaigns and professional detailing that highlight quick and reliable relief. So the effectiveness of this will be seen in higher recommendation rates, stronger brand recall, and sales uplift during campaigns. Next, for the physical evidence, the objective here is to reinforce medical credibility and brand recall. So the strategy for this is to enhance packaging and in-store materials with clear benefit claims and consistent branding. The success indicator for this would include better packaging appeal, scores, improved shelf visibility, and increased purchase intent. For people, the objective is to ensure that all frontliners deliver the right message. So this can be done by providing regular training on product benefits, correct use, and customer handling. Measures here will be monitored through training scores and customer feedback. Lastly, for the process, our objective is for it to ensure smooth, consistent experience from product inquiry to purchase and after-sales support. The strategy here is to standardize key steps detailing to pharmacists, ordering, delivery and merchandising, and handling consumer questions or complaints. Measures here are based through faster order turnaround, fewer service complaints, and higher satisfaction scores for both HCPs and consumers. Moving on to our proposed pro forma for Vicks Inhaler, we assume a wholesale price of 63.30 pesos per unit, derived from a 105.50 retail price with a 40% wholesale margin. So at 1 million units sold annually, this would result in a 63.3 million in revenue. So the COGS is also 55.10 per unit, which was driven by a 0.95 global COGS converted at 58 pesos per dollar, leading to a total COGS of 55.1 million. So this yields a gross profit of 8.2 million or a 12.95% gross margin. For the operating expenses, marketing and advertising is set at 2.5% of the revenue or 1.58 million. Sales and distribution account for 5% of revenue or 3.16 million, covering other fees such as that for logistics. So general and administrative costs are allocated at 3.33% of the revenue or 2.11 million, and the total operating expenses amount to 6.85 million. So for the operating profit, after operating expenses, the proposed inhaler generates an operating profit of around 1.58 million. So this translates to an operating margin of around 3.16 million. For the net income, with no interest expense assumed, the pre-tax income is 1.34 million. Applying the 25% Philippine corporate income tax rate, the income tax totals to 335,625 pesos. And this results in a net income of 1,006,875 pesos and a net profit margin of 1.59%.